right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about a lesson on something called magnitude. And magnitude is how large a number is. And I'm going to put in parentheses here, think place value. And we're going to do this by also bringing in our powers of 10. So I'm not going to bother reading that fact to you, but let's look here. What is the smallest power of 10 that would exceed means go over, 4,512? Well, what that's doing, if I count how many decimal places, or how many places I have, 1, 2, 3, 4. The power of 10, right, that is actually then, if I go up one more place, is what they're asking us for. So this right now is in the thousandths. The next place over is the 10,000ths, right? So it's the number of places plus 1. Now, how can I write that then as a power of 10? Well, to do that as a power of 10 from yesterday, we take 10, you count how many zeros there are, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 to the fourth, or 10,000, is the next place bigger than 4,512. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let n be the world population as of March 23rd, 2013, which is approximately, right, if you look here, we have, this is millions, so this is billions, so about 7 billion people. Find the smallest power of 10 that will exceed n. So we're going to count how many places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 places, we're going to add 1, we need 11 places. So that's 10 to the 11th power is going to exceed it. That's 10 billion if we did that. All right, let m be the population, the national debt, sorry, to the nearest dollar. Find the smallest power of 10. All right, so same idea. So we're going to count how many places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to add 1. So I need it to the 15th power. 10 to the 15th. All right, let m be this, and here we have a fraction. Find the smallest power of 10 that will exceed it. We're only worried about the whole number part. We're not worried about the fraction part. So I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add one more place to it, so that's 10 to the 6th power. Let m be a positive integer. Explain how to find the smallest power of 10 that exceeds it. So what have we been doing? You count the places, place value, and add 1. That becomes the power of 10. Okay, let's see, do we have practice here? We can do the same thing now for decimals. But in decimals, our exponent is going to be negative, right? Because we're talking about really little tiny numbers, and we know that a negative exponent turns it into a fraction, which when you divide turns it into a decimal. All right, so the chance of you having the same DNA as another person, other than if you had an identical twin, is approximately 1 in 10 trillion, which is a 1 followed by 12 zeros. Given the fraction, so there it is, express this very small number using a negative power of 10. So this is going to be 10 to the negative, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to the negative 13 power. Okay, so if I were to do that on my calculator, that's what it's going to look like. Okay, so same idea, right? So the chance of winning a big lottery prize is about 10 to the negative 8th, and the chance of being struck by lightning in the US is about point da 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 da. Which do you have a greater chance of experiencing? Explain. So I need these to look the same way. And you can turn this in, you can turn the 10 to the negative 8th into a decimal, or we can turn this into a power of 10. I'm going to do the power of 10. So I'm going to keep 10 to the negative 8th. I'm going to turn this into a power of 10. To do that, just like we did before, we're going to count decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decimal places. But because it's a decimal, it's going to be negative. Now we got to also think about our rules for negatives here. So I want to know which one of these, negative 8 or negative 6, is bigger, right? Negative 6 is bigger. So you actually have, a greater chance of being struck by lightning, which is a little scary. Why is that? Because 10 to the negative 6 is greater than 10 to the negative 8. All right, let's try another one. The average ant weighs about 0.0003 grams. Express your answer using a negative power of 10. So we have 3. And now if I count my decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 to the negative 4. And these would be multiplied together. Place the answer to questions 1 through 8 on the number line below. Remember, numbers greater than 1 have a positive value of 10, and numbers less than 1 have, but greater than 0 have a negative power of 10. So I'm going to start with the ones that I see right here on the page. So we have 10 to the negative 8 is going to be closer here to 0. 10 to the negative 6 is going to be a little bit closer to 1. 3 times 10 to the negative 4th is going to be even closer. What was my other number? 10 to the negative 13th. I really didn't. I'm going to have to kind of draw an arrow here. That's going to be 10 to the negative 13th. Then if I go back to the beginning ones, we have 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 11th, 10 to the 15th. So, right, 10 to the 4th is going to be about here. 10 to the 11th. 10 to the 15th. Okay, and you could have put those above the line there. All right, so again, it's about counting decimal places, understanding that if it's a decimal, it's going to have a negative power of 10, and if it's a big number, it's going to have a positive power of 10. All right, any questions? As always, bring them to class and have a good night.